through the highways till my shadow turns to sun rays.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I haven't posted in a really long time, in months, but it is spooky season. It's October and I've been doing 31 days of Halloween makeup. If you check me out on social media, I'll leave the link down below in my description. You will see that I've been clocking in, I've been grinding, and I've been doing some looks every single day. I'm doing avatar makeup today, so I thought that I would give you guys a makeup tutorial on how I would do this avatar makeup. I will show you guys the inspo pictures that I'm thinking, and if you don't know what avatar is, I'll show you right now. So this is the avatar. This is Avatar. It's the Avatar movie. I'm gonna basically be doing her makeup. I think first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys all the materials that I am going to be using. First thing that I use and that you're going to need is a face paint palette. You could either use a water-based face palette or a oil-based face palette. Now, here's the thing. I am using Mehron Paradise Makeup. This is a water-based face palette. And I think this is really good, but this is more on the pricier side. So if you don't want to go pricey, definitely recommend going with the CC Beauty face paint palette, which is oil-based. It retails for about $20 on Amazon. You could also go for the Athena You Can Be face paint palette, which is oil-based, and it is on Amazon, and I'm pretty sure it is about $20. I've used them before, and they're fine, but me personally, I like these better because since this is more pricier, this goes on the better quality, if that makes sense. But that's just more for professionals, and I've been doing makeup for like 3 years already, and I have a business, so I need some things that are more quality. The next thing that you're going to need is a eyeshadow palette. This is from Beauty Bay, and it is a UK brand. These palettes are super pigmented, as you can see. These are also pretty pricey. You could use whatever palette, whatever thing you got. If you don't want to pay high end, by all means, you don't have to. But this is what I'm using, and if you are interested in getting this, go right ahead. You won't be disappointed. First thing, important step that you need to do is moisturize or add a primer underneath the makeup that you're going to do. This acts as a barrier between your skin so that you don't break out as easily, especially if you do your makeup every day. So that's what I'm doing. I don't add too much because I don't want my makeup to be too cakey or too crazy. I just add just enough so that my skin doesn't react afterwards, you know? So this is how the palette looks like. It's obviously been used. It's rough. I've been using it every single day. There is a trick, okay? You gotta use this with technique. I basically use like a little dropper with water. I have water in here, and I just like drop a little bit of water into the palette, just a little bit. Because here's the thing, Pookies. If you add too much water in the palette, it's gonna be streaky. You're gonna see the brush strokes or whatever you're using to blend it out, you're just gonna see it, and it's gonna be cakey. It's not gonna be like, it's just gonna be streaky. But if you add just enough water, like just a little bit, like literally just one drop is fine. Even maybe a little less than a drop is perfect. I'm literally just going to add like a drop from this. I'm not gonna add all this because if I add all that, it's gonna be a little bit too watery, and we don't want that. I'm just gonna show you guys. I have my mirror. I'm gonna be looking in here. If you can see, it's applying very surely and very regularly, smooth. It's not too watery. It's like a little paste, and that's what you want. This is the consistency that you're looking for. I'm just basically gonna do this on camera. I'll speed it up a bit so you guys can see. And by the way, water-based face paint, it dries on its own. It starts to dry immediately, so if once you apply it, you don't want to keep tapping on it because you start to mess it up. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing this, and I'm gonna time lapse this, speed it up, but you'll see what I'm doing. I know I'd look a little bit crazy, but I have the makeup on. I have it all applied. Now, here's the thing. What I normally do is I apply a very thin layer at first, so it will look a little bit opaque at first, sheer. I don't know the right word. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then while I let that dry, I basically just let it dry first because it dries on its own, but it doesn't dry like in a second. You know what I mean? Okay, so I have all of this blended out, have all of this on here. I didn't add the face paint on directly onto my eyes because I will be adding eyeshadow on there. And I do notice that when I add the face paint onto my eyes, it creases a lot because it dries on its own. So it starts to crease because, you know, the eye creases, you know what I mean? I'm going to start with the details on my face. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it, okay? So pay attention because class is in session, ladies. So let's pay attention. Get your booty in your bed. Do what you got to do. Get some popcorn. Class is in session. And if you don't pay attention, then baby girl, finna wreck your shit. I'm going to be starting with my eyebrows. I think I'm going to go in with like a dark blue. So I'm going to be going with this dark blue shade right here. And it is in the shade Stormy Night. I'm basically going to be taking a very thin angled brush. This is what you need to carve out your brows. And I'm just going to be taking it a little bit. This palette, by the way, if I didn't mention before, it's very pigmented. So I like to kind of tap it out to get like excess off. And I like to tap it like this so that it falls inside the brush so that it doesn't fall out. This is what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm literally just going to map out my original eyebrow shape. So as you can see, there's a difference, you know? And this is just what I do. I don't do too much. I just carve them out like regular. This is what we're working with. I'm telling you, your eyebrows are a major step in your makeup look, and they changed the freaking game. They changed the game. This is what we have so far. I did make it a little bit too dark towards the front, and we don't want that, so I added a brighter blue, like a sky blue towards the front, and I'm kind of just like blending it out into here. I'm taking a spoolie and I'm just gonna brush it in a little bit. I don't make them this thick and blocky, but this is just for the look, okay? Because we're doing something characteristic, so bear with me. Now I'm starting with the eyeshadow, and I have the eyeshadow in my crease, and I'm kind of just blending it out like this, you know? And I'm stamping it on the way I want to. And since I'm gonna do like nose contour, I'm gonna just bring this down all the way down here. And I'm just gonna bring it down like so, like this. I did not add more product on my brush. This is how you know the eyeshadow I use is super pigmented. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just bringing it down because that's what the Avatar has. The blue that I'm using is literally, I'm using this exact blue. It's a very light blue. It's a royal blue. I'm going to start packing more on towards my actual lid. And I'm going to start blending it out. And this is what I'm basically going to do. And I'm just going to continue to do this. And I'm going to speed up the process. I'm kind of blending it out. The way I'm blending it out, I'm blending it outward so that there's like a line right here. But I'm going to blend it out very seamlessly so that it doesn't look bad. And I have a lot of product in my eyes, so I'm just going to kind of blend it out a little bit. I'm going to add a dark blue eyeshadow over here. Now you just want to get like a fluffy brush like this. And you kind of want to blend out like over here, so that it doesn't look so murky and just so placed on. This is in progress. It starts to look crazy at first, and I added a dark blue here. I'm not done with it, bitch. I'm not. But you just want to kind of just want to blend it out. I got an even lighter blue with a white, and I'm just gonna like blend it out. I really struggle with doing this eye than this one because this eye is a different shape than this one. It's more hooded. So I really struggle with it. This looks way different than this. I know, bear with me, but I was making work at the end of the day. I'm getting the darkest of darkest blue. This blue right here, the darkest. It's like a dark blue. I'm just gonna add it on my outer corner like this. Like, I'm just patting it on. I'm gonna blend it a little bit into my crease so that it just looks more blended out. By the way, you don't want to overdo it, okay? Don't overdo it with the eyeshadow because the eyeshadow is very pigmented. If you're using a palette like mine, very pigmented. Alright, so now we're starting with the details over here. I'm just kind of like drawing little arrows, I guess, if that makes sense. And I'm doing like kind of different size portions, like some big and medium and like skinny ones. I'm basically taking like a very light blue and I'm starting at the tip of this angled brush and I'm kind of just working my way up and I'm doing it very slightly. As you can see, it's very thin. Once we do that, I'm just outlining it first. I'm just outlining it first because eventually I'm going to go in with eyeshadow towards the borders and then I'm going to add face paint inside of it. So now I'm going to go in with more eyeshadow and I'm just going to make this a little bit more detailed and I will speed up the process for you guys. So this is what we have so far. I grabbed a pointy brush and I kind of made the ends more pointier and more defined. I also added like a circular shape on my nose because we're gonna add some pink under here. I literally just like I went like this. I should have done it on camera, but I got ahead of myself, so whoops. I'm gonna also create lines going from my cheek. I'm gonna use this angled brush, as you can see. I'm gonna start creating them. So I'm just doing different size portions. Like I did a small one, a more medium, and I'm gonna do a more bigger one down here. Yeah, so that's what we're working with. And then of course you want to shade in. You want to do the same thing that you did here over here. This is what we're looking with so far, okay? We're almost done. All we have left is to apply like a dark face paint and the rest just to fill it in. And then we're gonna add like a pink nose over here and we're gonna add like white dots. And then we're gonna do extra like finishing touches like the lips and like under eyes here with blue. So we're gonna get that started. This one right here, if you see my index finger, this one right here is the one I'm using. I am taking a thin pointed paintbrush and I'm just gonna start to fill it in like so. Disclaimer, you might need like a thicker paintbrush so you can actually get through the bigger areas quicker. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is basically like a simple makeup look. I mean, not simple, but I think this is very beginner friendly for those who are starting and who want to start with face paint and like theatrical makeup like this, because this is like, it's pretty easy to do if you follow my steps. Because we're not doing no cut creases, no too much blending, not too much like detailed art. It's just like little lines and stuff that you fill in. And honestly, I love it. You should love it too. So, yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're already here. Looking better, looking amazing. This is where we want to be at, okay? This is exactly where we want to be, okay? We're gonna do the pink nose, and then we're gonna do like the white dots and like all the extra stuff that we're supposed to be doing. So we're doing the pink nose, and I'm just gonna be doing a simple pink line like this. So if you add too much paint on your brush, you can just tap it on your skin. And you just want to do like a line. Wait. And I'm basically gonna kind of just bring this down like so. like a little line. And now you just want to fill that in. So let's fill it in, bitches. Come on, class is in session. Sophia's makeup class. We are going to do the white dots, all right? You're gonna get your white face paint, and you're gonna get any tool you have. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Anything that has like a circular end. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna be using this little tool. This is like a tool for nails. You can like, I don't even know what they're called. They're like little ball stencils, like nail stencils for like nail art. Search up nail art pens, and I'm sure this will show up on Amazon. But if you don't have this, you could just use anything. Like you could even use like a little pointy brush like this. And I'm just gonna make random dots on my face. Like so. And I'm just like gonna be placing them on my face wherever they should be. One thing I've learned, thanks to my makeup artist teacher, is that little small details like this, they make a difference. They make a difference. So I'm gonna add some on my nose. So I'm not gonna lie, this is not working because I feel like this is too slow. At least for me. This may work for you, but I'm too impatient, so I'm gonna grab a thin brush like this. But this is where we're at. This is very Avatar. Is this giving Avatar, guys? This is giving Avatar. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add blue under my eyes over here. And it's just I'm just doing this to add depth because like I said, a little bit of an extra thing really adds on to your makeup look. Like look at that. It really adds on, and it's really important when you're doing something like this. That's something I've learned. You follow my Instagram page or my TikTok page, mostly you can see all of my work from like 3 years so far on my TikTok. That's where I have most of my stuff. Literally in the beginning when I would first start doing it, I wouldn't really focus too much on details. Like I would really focus on like what I was trying to do, but I wouldn't really sit there and actually like grind it, you know? But now that I've been practicing more, I realize that details matter and neatness matters. And of course, as I go by, I'm still gonna keep learning and stuff, which I absolutely adore. And I don't mind. I really like learning different things. It keeps my sanity. The last thing we're gonna do is add a blue round like lip liner, right? Basically lip liner. And I'm just taking it with like blue eyeshadow. I don't have blue lip liner. I'm just filling in the outer areas of my lip. I've been doing this for like 3 years already, and I've definitely gotten better. I've improved, but I still make mistakes, and that's normal. You're gonna make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. You know Hannah Montana? Anyways. Also want to make sure that you take your time with it, that you don't rush in it or be sloppy, because if you rush in it, you'll be sloppy, and it will show in your work. Like, I made a few mistakes. I kind of got the eyeshadow a little bit here, but I am going to fix that with like eyeshadow that's like kind of light. Take any eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna get like a light blue, and I'm just gonna, or you could take a white too. You could either leave it like this because it's like your natural lip color, but I think just to be fun, I'm just gonna grab like a pink color, and I'm just gonna add it on here just to give it more depth. Like, it's just very important. So this is the finished product, the finished look. This is what we have. Okay. This may take you a couple hours, like maybe 3 hours. This takes me 3 hours, okay? I started around like I think 10 o'clock, and it's 1 in the morning, and I just finished. And I'm not even a beginner anymore. I'm more like more than intermediate. And if you're a beginner, it might take you a while, but just remember, the more you practice, the more you get better, because I've been doing this for 3 years and I make it a habit for every year. In October, I do a Halloween makeup look every single day of that month. So when I do that, I get more practice in and I improve way more. I'll actually put some photos of like the years before when I did Avatar makeup, and this is this year right now. You can see definitely the change and how much I've improved. So yeah, that's my message. I hope you guys like this video. Just remember that just don't get discouraged if it doesn't look good, if it doesn't like turn out the way you want it to, if it doesn't look like how other people do it. Just don't get discouraged, because it's normal to make mistakes. It's normal to not be so good at something immediately, because that's what practice means. When you practice something, you're gonna get better at it. Like, there's no doubt in that, okay? Beginner friendly theatrical makeup. And if you're interested in doing something for Halloween and you want to like do like fun makeup, this is something that you can definitely do easy. And even if you don't want to add face paint, you could do like the little details super easy. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll leave my socials down below in the description, and I really hope that you follow me on there and keep up with me during this Halloween season. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll tune in with you guys the next time I do a video. I don't know when that's gonna be, but hopefully soon. Anyways, bye y'all.